Good evening, this is TCN English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Nihoy Kim Kongasai. First, the headlines. Royal Cookies Intellectual Council appealed to Bangladesh government to treat minority Cookie Chin as its own children. 8 children killed, 13 injured after school bus overturns in Mahendragarh, Haryana. News in detail. The Royal Cookies Intellectual Council (WKZIC) rise to Sheikh Hasina, Honorable Prime Minister of Republic Bangladesh, appealing to handle minority cookies in people of Bangladesh like a hungry child, stealing coins for chocolate from his mother's purse, and withdraw the statement of Bangladesh Army, Police, RAP, and BGB to eliminate cookie chains who are not secessionists but asking for its legitimate rights to its parents on humanitarian ground, and arrange constitutional autonomy in the form of state to protect its oldest indigenous Cookie tribal community of Bangladesh. In its letter, the Royal Cookies Intellectual Council (WKZIC) said that ethnic Cookie chain, also known as Cookies or Community of India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and worldwide, while appreciating and applauding the initiations of the Bangladesh government to cite a ceasefire with KNF or KNA on the 20 July 2023, the Borderlands 20 July 2023. Also would like to draw the kind attention of Bangla government and all Bangladeshi citizens in general that the Cookie tribes of Bangladesh in the Chittagong Hill Tracts GCHD, such as the Bom, Pangkhwa, Lusay, Kumi, Mro, and Kiang, etc., had been inhabiting the Chittagong Hill Tracts since time immemorial. The warrior Cookies of Bangladesh had resisted the Imperial British regime for consecutive 26 years, from 1845 to 1871. Source: The Tribes of Chittagong Hill Tracts, Karachi, A.B. Rajput, 1965. To defend their territory with the apprehensions that the British would take away their land forever and ever, which is now officially a part of Bangladesh Republic in 1972. More than 200 Cookies were recruited by Bengali national and freedom fighter Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in the Azad Hind Fauj or INA, who had actively fought the colonial regime to retain their freedom during 1942 to 45 under Netaji Bose. Out of 200, about 150 Cookie freedom fighters were recruited by the Cookie Research Forum (KURF), and about 80 Cookies by the Indian Council of Historical Research (ICHR). This constitutional and unprotected indigenous tribal Cookie community of Bangla is lagging behind other communities in all fields who were cut off by man-made international boundaries when India, Burma, and Bangladesh got independence in the years 1947, 1948, and 1972 respectively, now relying fully at the mercy of Bangla government and Bangla people. The latter further states to defend their rights and to coexist with all other communities in Bangla. The Cookies of Chittagong formed their insurgent group, Cookie Chin National Front (KNF), which your noble-hearted government had invited to the negotiating table, which was distracted due to some mistrust or trust deficit from both parties, with accusations and counter-accusations from both sides, GOB and KNF, which is really unfortunate. It is heart-touching and painful to learn that the ceasefire of GOB KNF is at stake due to a bank robbery by KNF and subsequent arrest of many innocent Cookies in tribals by Bangladeshi Army, Police, RAB, and BGB forces, creating fear, psychosis upon minority Cookies of Bangla. The most heartbreaking statement that reads, the Bangladesh forces have received a kill order to eliminate all Cookies in terrorists from Bangladesh soil. The operation will last until every one of them are eliminated. There will be no surrender or peace talks with the terrorists as the Cookies have betrayed the ongoing peace. Sources: the Rapid Actions Battalion, RAB Media Cell, BDOSINT, counter terrorism, #Bangladesh, #CHD. About 50 cook kitchens, including women, diabetes patients, and elderly, were officially reported to be arrested by Bangla Army. Many more were also reported missing from their homes out of fear. In the light of the above, the WKZIC honestly requested the Honorable Office Bangladeshi government to kindly bring back the leadership of KNF to the negotiating table and bring amicable solution, as a caring mother would do to her intolerant sons on humanitarian ground, restoring peace and normalcy in Bangla as usual, and ensure peaceful coexistence for its indigenous Kuki people of CHT, Bangladesh, along with all communities in Bangla, added the letter. Cookies in human rights organizations appeals to British Red Cross United Kingdom for an urgent appeal for humanitarian assistance and protections for the Cookies in community in Bangladesh. In its letter, the Cookies in human rights organization stated, "We are writing to bring to your attention the dire situation faced by the Cookies in community in Bangladesh. Recently, the Bangladesh Army has carried out a series of arrests targeting innocent civilians, leading to widespread fear and insecurity in the region. Many of our people have been unjustly detained, leaving behind families and loved ones without any means of support. This blatant disregard for human rights has resulted in the separations of mothers from their children, including breastfeeding women, which is both distressing and unacceptable. As a result of this persecution, a significant number of Cookies individuals have been forced to flee their homes and seek refuge in the state of Mizoram, while others remain displaced within Bangladesh and some are in the jungle, living on constant fears for their lives. Furthermore, approximately 137 bomb villages are currently under threat, requiring urgent protection to ensure the safety and security of their residents. In light of these alarming developments, we urgently appeal to the British Red Cross to intervene on behalf of the Kuki Chin community. Your organization's expertise in humanitarian assistance and commitment to upholding human rights make you a vital ally in our efforts to alleviate the suffering of our people and ensure their safety and well-being. We humbly request that the British Red Cross consider providing emergency aid and protection to the affected individuals and villages, as well as advocating for the release of those unjustly detained by the Bangladesh Army. Your promptions in this matter would be greatly appreciated and would undoubtedly make a significant difference in the lives of those in need. The Cookies and human rights organizations implore the British Red Cross to provide emergency aid and assistance to the displaced Cookies and individuals, including essential food, shelter, and medical supplies. Advocate for the protections of the 137 bomb villages under threat, working in collaborations with relevant authorities to ensure their safety and security. Condemn the arbitrary arrests and violations of human rights perpetrated by the Bangladesh Army and call for the immediate release of innocent detainees, particularly women and children. Thank you for your attention to this urgent matter. We eagerly await your response and stand ready to provide any further information or assistance you may require. At least 8 children were killed and 13 others injured after a school bus carrying 30 children overturned in Haryana's Mahendragarh on Thursday morning, police said. Police officials say that the school bus belonging to ZL Public School in Kanina met with an accident near Uhani village of the Mahendragarh district after the driver tried to overtake another vehicle. The school was functioning despite a holiday on the occasions of Eid-ul-Fitr. As per the Hindustan Times, the injured students were rushed to various hospitals in Mahendragarh and Narnaul. The official document shows that the bus fitness certificate had expired 6 years ago in 2018, said a senior police official. Union Home Minister Amit Shah took to X, formerly Twitter, and extended condolences over the deaths in the school bus accident, with assuring that the local administration is providing help to the injured children. The accident of a school bus in Hyderabad, Haryana is very sad. My condolences are with the bereaved family of the deceased children. May God give them strength to bear their loss. The local administration is providing help to the injured children. I wish them a speedy recovery. Amit Shah's Hindi post, roughly translated to English, read: Eyewitnesses alleged that the bus driver was drunk. Mahendragarh SP Ars Verma said, the doctors are conducting a medical examination of the bus driver to ascertain whether he was drunk or not. We are also examining documents of the bus. The school authorities are yet to be contacted to determine their responsibility. 2 children are still critical and undergoing treatment. 6 children had died, the SP said in an earlier statement. Haryana Education Minister Seema Trikha said she has spoken to the Deputy Commissioner and Mahendragarh Superintendent of Police to visit the hospital where the students are undergoing treatment and begin investigating the matter. In May last year, the Union Home Minister had come to Manipur to review security measures, visited both Valley and Hill districts. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is likely to visit Manipur on April 15. Officials aware of the development said on Thursday. As per the Hindustan Times, this will be Shah's second visit to the state ahead of the general elections. The state goes to polls in 2 phases on April 19 and April 26. The Home Minister is likely to address a rally at a public ground in the state capital. The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP has fielded former State Education Minister T. Basanta Kumar as the candidate for the inner Manipur seat, which comprises of Valley districts, including Imphal. We have been informed that he is visiting on April 15. This will be part of reviewing security measures in places and campaigning for the elections. Preparations are underway for his visit, an official aware of the matter said. The officials did not share details of the places where Shah could visit in the state. In May last year, the Union Home Minister had come to Manipur to review security measures, visited both Valley and Hill districts to speak with residents and civil society organizations, where he stayed for 4 days. The party has not fielded any candidate for Outer Manipur seat, comprising of the state's Hill districts. BJP has extended support to candidate from Naga People's Front and PF candidate K. Timothy Zimik. Meiteis live in the Valley districts such as Imphal and Bishnupur, while Kuki tribal residents live in the hills such as Charachampur and Kangpokpi. Manipur has been ruled by ethnic classes between Meiteis, who are dominant in Imphal Valley, and the tribal Kukizo community, which is a majority in a few hill districts since May last year. The violence has claimed at least 219 lives and displaced around 50,000. For nearly 45 days, Manipur has not reported a single case of ethnic classes, gunfights or killings. To be sure, the state is still divided on ethnic lines, with security forces continuing to guard the buffer zones to separate tribals and non-tribals from launching attacks against each other. Elections of unit-wise leaders in Moray ended successfully yesterday, the 10th of April 2024. The elections of the unit-wise leaders started on the 9th of April and was ended successfully yesterday. Our reporters at Moray had a thorough regarding the conduct of the elections and whether it is conducted free and fair or on the interest of the general public, who are the electors. Unit 8 ex-chairman Zeki Tauthang in his speech says that the elections have been conducted free and fair and was conducted purely on the interests of the public, and that no negative outcome are expected out of these elections in the future as well. It is believed that big positive changes are expected from the newly elected unit leaders as well as town leaders, and the leaders should serve their people, bearing in mind Christianity principles, said the women folk who joined the election.
I in he free and fair at hinam jungle. Tu le tu ein saying he le. Veng sunga experiment pa in aman itabang din muna chiam voting system itain lang ipipi yung veng sunga voting chidan pa free and fair at hinam tem chakat en say chen pi no.
ICC unit 8 yung more veng sunga in election free and fair ta chin mipi dei han pin mipi in ballot paper and vote in mipi dei data chi he ti pa su kan chen he
Jong le tua hi candidate hi chairman ding I candidate hi mi zat hi ya itabang din muna ding am ti pa sin se pyo
candidate hi tu le tua hi mi tu ma dingin mi tu hi ana chu umang ne pai de hin ani na chu pau kham ko ma hin athom na hin in neo sing so amo tu le tua hi mi pin vote ha lai ta he ti pa su kan ne vote me he
ale itabang din muna chi jingla hi imacha veng sunga boina lo hinam ai lo la aning khana boina thei umam cho tabang chu nanga ko nai pi he sa the mam them kan se chat pyo
tu din na hin yang sunga hin tu le tu ko na mi ta boina boy ve su mi pin do ki pala thanu tai election hi voting pai ki su ke bin he
ki pa me le
CAFMPD Minister Lay Sang-Tim Sisindro has appealed to the public to be aware of the double-tongue Congress where it promises to provide ST status to the Meiteis in the valley, while it campaigns in the hills with the assurance that Meiteis will not be given the ST status by their candidates like Alfred. The Congress is strictly against the Meitei ST demands, and even a rally was organized to show their disapproval by organizing a rally under the leadership of Assum. Addressing media persons at his Kurai, Southern Laikai residence, Minister Sindro said that no matter how much the Congress clarifies over its elections manifesto, the real agenda and intentions of the Congress is clearly visible. The Congress is campaigning in the hills with the assurance of providing separate administration, while it was the valley people that no separate administration will be given to any community. Maintaining that there is no difference between the administrative settlements mentioned in his manifesto with the separate administration, he appealed to the Congress not to destroy the integrity of Manipur through its double standard policy among the people of the hills and the valley. While appealing to the Congress, the candidate Dr. Bimol Akoizam not to consider all the people of Manipur as students. The minister said that looking at all people as students will ultimately lead to mistakes. The Congress candidate for the Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency is campaigning with the promises that the Meiteis will not be granted ST status, while its Inner Manipur Parliamentary Constituency candidate is campaigning with the assurance that their party will relentlessly work for providing ST status to the Meiteis. He further informed that the Anglo-Kuki War was given official recognitions during the Congress rule on December 19, 2015, under the leadership of the then Chief Minister O. Ibobi Singh. The Congress allowed the illegal immigrants to settle in our lands and signed an SOO with them, due to which so many illegal immigrants influx into our state, he added. The Congress manifesto, which reads, "Political and administrative settlement satisfactory to all," proves that the Congress are supporting the separate administration demands of the Kukis. Congress candidate Alfred had requested for 2 chief secretaries in the state, which made it clear their aims to give separate administration to the Kukis and separate Manipur into 2.
Congress of Fanam Sentosu Fanam na Moino Honarasu Moy Manundole agenda, Mado when Kangmanga Meva Adu Namaram or Kanane when Yaroi Hais Aduna Solution I will say Maka Kayama Lay Solution to we have Solution to we have Maka Kayamne, Tawdu, whereas Miyama Yadava, Miyama Palm, the Lambida solution to why was there. But small word of a home never. Arana Nahan Aina Akoye Congress ki isin now sing amana sum sentoro koda palapata haitare yam hanokning wa pawa si Manipuri praja sing je sato inu uruba sin aina hangingis ozana sato da lai takpi badadi gyan tana mo takpi biya ba praja se gyan tale ne akhoi me amu takpi di bane praja da mu taksalo di beram le ne ano oza na Manipur miyam se sato inu uraga di bera la kane sato inu video thai ana Congress ki tawiba thong sing the yaning the point sing am le cookie se now la history se later history se sekwale se praja miyam ponong ne khang ne how December 2015 19 December 2015 da sungai le tabu warama cookie and go warana moina hai se 2015 da kanai government no matam dugi Congress government no anglo cookie war se recognize tau ke ado kanai sarkar matam da adu umar sasan naga
Zopuram Church under the Archdiocese of Angamali screened the documentary titled Cry of the Oppressed for the students who were participating in the faith camp convent during the school vacations. Amid the intensified row over the screening of the Kerala story, a church under the Syro Malabar faction has screened a documentary relating to the Manipur violence. The Sanzopuram Church under the Archdiocese of Angamali screened the documentary titled Cry of the Oppressed for the students who were participating in the faith camp convent during the school vacations. It is a documentary about the real issues that the people face in Manipur. We should never forget what happened in Manipur. And we are trying to take this to the parishioners. Father James Manavel of the Arnakulam and Gamali Arcadis told the Times of India. The vicar of the Arnakulam and Gamali Archdiocese also underlined the sudden need to highlight the crisis faced by the church to violence-stricken Manipur. The Left Democratic Front and the Congress-led United Democratic Front called the screenings an agenda of the RSS. The screening of the Kerala story by Idaki Diocese Church last week and plans to screen the film by the Kerala-based youth body, the Kerala Catholic Youth Movement (KCYM) under the diocese of Tamarassery came after the state broadcaster Doordarshan decided to air the film. Kerala CM Pinarari Vijayan claimed Doordarshan for its decisions and condemned the diocese screening the Kerala story. He alleged that the diocese aligned with the BJP and RSS agenda. Although Kerala BJP chief K. Surendran said that the people of Kerala wholeheartedly welcomed the film, the Saffron Party refuted CM Vijayan's claims. Additionally, a pro-BJP Christian group, the Christian Associations and Alliance for Social Actions, also announced plans to screen the film throughout Kerala. Speaking about the screening of the film, CM Pinarayi Vijayan underscored the importance of recognizing the RSS agenda and the underlying bigotry in the film. Delhi Minister Rajkumar Anand has resigned from both his post and the Aam Aadmi Party AAP over what he called was the party's downfall from an anti-corruption group to a party that's involving corruption. A clear reference to the Delhi liquor policy case and the arrest of key leaders including AAP chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and his former deputy Manish Sisodia. Soon after Anand made the huge announcement, AAP leader Saurabh Bharadwaj in a press conference alleged Anand was made to quit under pressure by the BJP. Anand, however, did not indicate or allude to coming under pressure as alleged by Bharadwaj. I joined AAP after seeing its strong message on fighting corruption. As per NDTV, today, the party has found itself in the middle of corrupt practices. That's why I have decided to quit, said Anand, who was the social welfare scheduled caste and scheduled tribes ministers. Today I am very sad, so I have come to share my sorrow. I came into politics when Arvind Kejriwal has said that Rajniti badalegi to desh badalega. If politics changes, the country will change. Rajniti to nahi badli, lekin Rajnita badal gayi. Politics has not changed, but politicians have. Anand said. Anand, the MLA from Patil Nagar, is the first Delhi government minister to quit after his post in the AAP as a direct result of the arrest of Kejriwal and the entire local policy case. He also alleged that AAP of discriminatory practices in staffing leadership positions in the party. There is no Dalit, MLA or councillor in the Aam Aadmi party. Dalit leaders are not even appointed to the leadership positions. I follow the principles of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. If I cannot work for Dalits, then there is no point in being in the party. Anand told reporters in Delhi. Anand's house was searched by the Enforcement Directorate (ED) in a customs-linked money laundering case in November 2023. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, in a complaint to a local court, had alleged false declarations in reports for customs invasions of over Rs 7 crore. The ED then filed a complaint against Anand. With the Chief Minister in jail, it is unclear how the vacant portfolio will be assigned. Delhi Minister Ajit is one of the key AAP leaders who is carrying on Kejriwal's battle while he is in jail. Ajit last week alleged that the BJP is using pressure tactics to force AAP leaders to join the BJP, a command that drew a defamation notice against her. The BJP has approached me through someone very close. They have asked me to join the BJP and say this will save my political career. They have threatened that if I don't switch over, ED will arrest me within a month, Ajit has said. After which the Delhi BJP unit sent her a defamation notice. The Delhi High Court on Tuesday rejected Kejriwal's challenge to his March 21st arrest in the liquor policy case. The ED has alleged Kejriwal and two of his colleagues, including Sisodia, allegedly took kickbacks while framing the now-scrapped liquor policy. The ED alleged the policy provided an impossibly high profit margin of nearly 185% for retailers and 12% for wholesalers. Of the latter, 6% was to be recovered by the AAP as bribes, which amounted to be over Rs 600 crore, the ED alleged. This was then allegedly used as pool expenses. Kejriwal and the AAP have repeatedly denied all the allegations. They have claimed a political conspiracy against the Chief Minister, who is a high-profile member of the opposition bloc, India. India bloc Manipur has asserted that the violent crisis which erupted on May 3, 2023 can be traced to BJP's conspiracy of arming both Kukis and Meiteis and inciting them to kill each other. Speaking to media persons at Congress Bhavan here today, All India Trinamool Congress State Convener Dr. Thoksam Inaucha alleged that BJP conspired to let the Kukis and Meiteis to kill each other by arming both the communities. Now the guns have gone silent, as if the violence is dictated by the BJP government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The guns may start booming again after the elections and a slight nod from the BJP government, he said. BJP has been scheming to create animosity among the different communities, and it is suspected that BJP has been plotting to disintegrate Manipur by employing divide and rule policy, Inaucha said. Calling upon all the people to teach BJP a befitting lessons in ensuing Lok Sabha elections, he said that India bloc Manipur is prepared to boycott Union Home Minister Amit Shah if he comes to Manipur for election campaign. Fearing humiliating defeat in the ensuing elections, BJP has been making all kinds of baseless charges against the common candidates fielded by India bloc Manipur, asserted the bloc's convener and CPIM Manipur State Secretary, Sechimayup Santa. All the political parties, including Congress, took unanimous decisions in the State Assembly on August 5, 2022 in favor of implementing an RC in the state. It is rather unfortunate that BJP has been projecting that the Congress party is opposed to NRC, Senta said. BJP MLA RK Imo was urging that the Congress MLAs walk out of the state assembly when a resolution was adopted on implementations of NRC in the last assembly sessions as the party was opposed to NRC. But the BJP MLA was wrong. The Congress states a walkout, but it was in connections with a totally different issue. The India Bloc Manipur convener clarified. There is a difference of opinion between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and this is creating confusions among the people, he said. The BJP government at present has been repeatedly violating the elections model code of conduct. Large groups of people are being called to the quarters and residences of BJP MLAs and ministers, he said. Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, Manipur President Toisam Devananda said that the Manipur crisis could have been brought to an end many months back had BJP desired it. It is within BJP's power to either sustain the crisis or bring it to end, he said. He then appealed to all the people to vote for Dr. Angomcha Bimol Akoizab and send him to the parliament. Speaking at a function held at Congress Bhavan yesterday, which marked the meager of JDU, Tamenglong district office bearers and executive members with Congress party, MPCC President K. Megachandra asked if Prime Minister Narendra Modi's restorations of peace in Manipur meant the sharp polarizations between communities. He asked the Prime Minister to stop pretending to have concerns for the people of Manipur. If he genuinely cares for the people of Manipur, let him come to the state and campaign for the elections, Megachandra said. The MPCC president also radical Narendra Modi's claimed that peace is returning to Manipur due to timely intervention by his government, pointing out that Meitei people cannot travel to hill areas and Kuki people cannot come to Imphal and valley areas. Megachandra asked if this was the peace implied by the Prime Minister. Families who have lost their dear ones and near ones in the violence are still unable to overcome the sense of shock and sorrow. Tens of thousands are still living in a wretched life in relief camps after their homes were completely burned down, he pointed out. It will be outrageous if the Prime Minister is claiming that peace is returning to Manipur following interventions by the BJP government when BJP leaders, did nothing to resolve the crisis all these months, he said. He went on to ask how could the Prime Minister claim that peace has returned to Manipur when Kuki people cannot come to the valley and Meitei people cannot return to their homes at Cherichampur, Gangpokpi, Mare, etc. Decrying the allegations that it was the Congress party which circulated the video of two women parading naked on social media. The MPCC president urged the Prime Minister to bring out a detailed intelligence report of the particular incident. CLP leader Oi Bobby, CWC member Gai Khangam, deputy CLP leader of K. Ranjit, and Congress Party's chief whip TAs Lokesh Barwell also present at the function. The Aimul Tribe Union, ATUM, the Naga People's Organizations, NPO, and Munsam Tribe Union, MTU, have endorsed their support to the Naga People's Front and PF candidate in the ensuing upcoming Lok Sabha elections in Manipur. Assum issued a declaration on Wednesday stating that the union, during its emergency executive meeting held on April 9 at its head office, Aimul Tampak Village, had unanimously resolved to endorse the official stand adopted by the Presidential Council meeting on September 29 at UNC office, Senapati. Moreover, the Aimul Tribe Union, during its emergency meeting with Aimul Students Union, Assum, Aimul Numaywar, ANW, Aimul Jingsang Area Chairman, village chiefs, and village authorities unanimously resolved to support and vote for the Naga People's Front and PF candidate Ketimoti Zimik for the 2nd Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency in the ensuing 18 Lok Sabha elections 2024. As per the Hill Zona, The Naga People's Organizations has also declared that the public and the CSO leaders of Sipo Maram region, Maram Thangal region, Komram region, Makuilongdi region, and Zailat region, in a joint consultative meeting held at General Thangal Ecological Park on April 8, unanimously resolved to fully support Katui Timothy Zimik, the Naga consensus and official candidate of NPF for the 18th Lok Sabha for 11 Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency on April 3rd. The Munsang Tribe Union had also declared that the Munsang Naga General Public Meeting under the aegis of the Union on April 3rd declares to support the NPF candidate Katui Timothy Zimik in the ensuing 18th Lok Sabha election. The public meeting also agreed and declared that no other candidate or party will be entertained in the Munsang villages and its jurisdiction except the NPF candidate. The leaders of Munsang Tribe Union, Munsang Chiefs Association, Munsang Women Union, and Munsang Naga Students Union stated that the organizations would spearhead the campaign and take up necessary and effective actions with due responsibility in regard to the elections campaign for Katui Timothy Zimik. The U.S. has transferred more than 5,000 AK-47s, rocket launchers, and hundreds of thousands of rounds of ammunition seized from Iran to Ukraine as it tries to defend against Russia, the U.S. Central Command has announced. As per the Indian Express, Ukraine has been facing several hostages of weapons and munitions on the battlefield in its raging war against Russia, with the U.S. unable to send more equipment from its stockpiles until more funding is approved by the much-divided Congress. On April 4, 2024, the U.S. government transferred over 5,000 AK-47s, machine guns, sniper rifles, RPG-7s, and over 5 lakh rounds of 7.62 mm ammunition to the Ukrainian Armed Forces, CENTCOM said. It said the material transfer to Ukraine is enough to equip one Ukrainian brigade around 4,000 personnel with small armed rifles. These weapons will help Ukraine defend against Russia's invasion, CENTCOM said in a statement on Tuesday. The U.S. government obtained ownership of these ammunitions on December 1, 2023, through the Department of Justice civil forfeiture claims against Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC). The munitions were originally seized by the U.S. military and its partners from 4 separate transiting stateless vessels between 22 May 2021 to 15 February 2023, the statement said. The U.S. transferred over 1 million rounds of seized Iranian ammunition to the Ukrainian Armed Forces in October, CNN reported. Over the past year, the U.S. Navy has seized thousands of Iranian assault rifles and more than 1 million rounds of ammunition from vessels used by Iran to ship weapons to the Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen. The seizures, frequently carried out with regional partner forces, target small stateless vessels or routes historically used to smuggle weapons to the Houthis. For the last year, the Biden administration has been working to legally send the seized weapons, which are stored in CENTCOM facilities across the Middle East, to the Ukrainian military. The munitions were being transferred from the IRGC to the Houthis in Yemen in violations of the United Nations Security Council resolutions 2260. U.S. CENTCOM is committed to working with our allies and partners to counter the flow of Iranian lethal aid in the region by all lawful means, including U.S. and UN sanctions and through interdictions. Iran's support for armed groups threatens international and regional security, our forces, diplomatic, personnel, and citizens in the region, as well as those of our partner. We will continue to do whatever we can to set light on and stop Iran's destabilizing activities, the CENTCOM statement said. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.